The Galactic Council chamber fell silent as Ambassador Chen walked to the center platform, her boots echoing against the crystalline floor. Around her, representatives from 47 species watched with expressions ranging from curiosity to barely concealed contempt. The humans were the newest members, barely a century into interstellar travel, and they had requested an emergency session. Counselor Thexelar, a towering insectoid from the Krillian collective, clicked his mandibles in what passed for laughter among his kind. The young species wishes to address the council. How quaint. What grievance brings you here today, human? Did someone offend your delicate sensibilities? Chen's face remained impassive. She had prepared for this moment her entire career. Behind her, holographic displays materialized, showing colony worlds, trade routes, and incident reports. 3 months ago, the Vraxian Empire annexed our colony on Kepler 442b. 2 months ago, Draken raiders destroyed our mining operation in the Horsehead Nebula. Last week, the Zeltron Confederacy blockaded our trade routes through the Perseus Arm. Her voice was steady, almost conversational. In each case, we filed formal complaints. In each case, this council dismissed them. Because you are weak, hissed Ambassador Salath of the Vraxian Empire, her scales shimmering with iridescent superiority. Your species has neither the military might nor the technological advancement to warrant serious consideration. You are children playing at galactic politics, Chen nodded slowly. You're right about one thing. We are relatively weak. Our ships are slower, our weapons less sophisticated, our shields primitive by your standards. She paused, letting the admission hang in the air. But you've made a critical error in your assessment of humanity. The holographic display shifted, showing Earth's history in rapid succession. Ancient warfare, medieval sieges, industrial conflicts, world wars, nuclear standoffs. Every species here achieved peace before reaching the stars, Chen continued. You evolved past your violent tendencies, developed enlightened societies, and then ventured into space as unified peoples. It's the natural progression, according to every xenosociological model in your databases. She turned to face the council directly. Humanity never did that. We reached for the stars while still fighting amongst ourselves. We colonized other worlds while our home planet hosted 3 separate armed conflicts. We built generation ships while simultaneously maintaining enough nuclear weapons to render Earth uninhabitable 7 times. Over, uncomfortable shifting rippled through the assembled delegates. Do you know what makes humans truly dangerous? Chen's voice dropped lower. Every other species here fights for resources, territory, or survival. Logical reasons. Understandable motivations. She smiled, and there was no warmth in it. Humans fight for ideas, for concepts, for pride. We've burned our own cities to prove a point. We've sacrificed millions for abstract principles. We've chosen mutual destruction over submission time and time again. Counselor Thexelar leaned forward. Is this a threat, Ambassador? Because if so, it is an empty one. Your fleet consists of 47 warships. The Krillian collective alone commands over 10,000. It's not a threat, Counselor. It's a warning, and more importantly, an offer. Chen activated another display. You're correct about our fleet size, but quantity isn't everything. Let me tell you about human military doctrine. The hologram showed detailed schematics. These are our colony ships, each one capable of carrying 50,000 civilians. They're also equipped with engines that can accelerate to 0.95 light speed. Their hulls contain enough fissionable material for their reactors to operate for decades. She paused. Or with minor modifications to create weapons that make our primitive nuclear devices look like firecrackers. The chamber erupted in shocked murmurs. That's illegal under the Galactic Convention, Salath protested. Conventions we never signed, Chen replied calmly. We joined the Galactic Council hoping for cooperation, for mutual benefit, for peace. But if peace is impossible, then we'll show you what humanity does best. Her eyes swept across the assembled aliens. We'll militarize everything. Every cargo ship becomes a missile. Every colony becomes a fortress. Every civilian becomes a soldier. You would sacrifice your own people? Thexler's voice carried disbelief. If necessary? Yes, we've done it before. Chen's voice was iron. During our World War II, one of our nations besieged a city called Leningrad for 872 days. Over 1 million civilians died. The city never surrendered. That's who we are. She activated the final display showing targeting calculations. We've mapped every major world in this council. Phyrexian Prime, Krylia, Zelton Major, beautiful worlds with billions of inhabitants, advanced civilizations, irreplaceable cultural centers. The display shifted to red vectors. Also, very predictable orbital mechanics and minimal asteroid defense systems. You're mad, Sloth whispered. Perhaps, Chen agreed. But that's the ultimatum. You can have peace with humanity, genuine partnership with all the benefits we bring, our adaptability, our creativity, our stubborn refusal to accept limitations. We're good allies. We're loyal to a fault. We'll bleed for our friends. She let the silence stretch before continuing. Or you can have war. And if you choose war, we won't fight fair. We won't follow your rules. We won't show the restraint you expect from civilized species. We'll turn our colony ships into relativistic kill vehicles. We'll strap antimatter warheads to automated freighters. We'll engineer plagues, deploy nanotech weapons, and crack the neutron star in your home system if that's what it takes. You'd doom yourselves, Thexlar said. Probably, Chen admitted, but we'd take you with us. Mutually assured destruction isn't a deterrent for humans, Counselor. It's a promise we're entirely comfortable making. She smiled again, sad this time. We really, really hope you choose peace. But understand this. Humanity will burn your worlds to ash before we'll bow to tyranny. We've proven it on Earth 1,000 times over. Don't make us prove it across the galaxy. The chamber remained silent for a long moment. Finally, Chancellor Morin of the Galactic Council, an ancient being who had witnessed the rise and fall of civilization, spoke. The Council will reconsider its position regarding humanity's grievances. Ambassador Chen, we will reconvene in 3 days with a revised framework for human integration into galactic society. Chen bowed respectfully. Thank you, Chancellor. We look forward to peaceful cooperation. As she left the chamber, she heard Salath hiss to another delegate. They're insane. No, came the response from an older ambassador whose species had narrowly survived their own violent period millennia ago. They're survivors. There's a difference. And survivors are the most dangerous beings in the universe. Chen allowed herself a small smile as she walked through the corridor. Humanity had earned its place among the stars not through superior technology or enlightened philosophy, but by being exactly what they'd always been. Too stubborn to quit, too crazy to intimidate, and too human to fit anyone else's expectations. The ultimatum had worked. Now came the harder part, proving that humanity's capacity for cooperation was as impressive as its capacity for destruction. But that, Chen thought, was a challenge for another day.